Grand rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. I am Altitude representing building their minds, the hip hop workshop, and I'm renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And today, I want to talk about us climbing out of the riverbank. I'll explain what I mean by that after the intro. Let's get right into it. No time wasted. Slow motion is better than no motion. Let's get it. 1. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the topic of climbing out of the riverbank. What I mean by that, my uncle always used to say, you don't want to drown in the riverbank. And I used to wonder what that meant. I never knew what that meant. It was like a parable. It was like one of those old school sayings. Never really knew what he meant by that. And my mom used to say it too. Don't drown in the riverbank. Didn't know what it meant. Years later, in my 30s, I get it now. The riverbank is not an actual river. The riverbank is actually these banks, these companies, these stealerships. Yeah, not dealerships, stealerships, car stealerships. I got a whole rant about how crooked those places are, but I'm not even going to get into that right now. But basically, us getting out of the riverbank, our generation, millennials, getting out of the cycle of debt so that we can save money, save our income, and actually use that money towards what we actually want to be building towards, whether it's our personal business, just saving money to buy a house, cash, just different things that we could be doing with our money other than paying back student loans, paying car payments for a car that depreciates over $10,000 in value as soon as you drive it off of the freaking lot. These are things that we have to think about going forward as individuals. And if we have made those mistakes, a lot of us have. I've made them. A lot of you watching this video have made those mistakes. But it's about learning from our mistakes so that we can move forward and realize that I don't have to make the same mistake twice. Fool me once, shame on you, because I didn't know any better and you took advantage of me. Fool me twice is shame on me because I should have learned from my first experience and never have gone down the cycle of stupidity again. So, to all of my brothers and sisters, all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things out there watching this video, I want you all to climb up out of the riverbank. Swim up out of the shallow waters of debt. We have to get rid of the student loans. We have to get rid of the car payments. We have to get rid of the mortgages. Anything that you cannot pay for in cash, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. I was talking to one of my coworkers, how she was like, yeah, like I just been like binge watching a bunch of financial videos. I just been watching like different like documentaries about debts and mortgages and all this different kind of stuff. And she just climbed out of debt. So she was like super excited about it. And I was so proud of her. You could just see the excitement in her eyes and hear the excitement in her voice because she did something that was so remarkable. She got rid of her credit card debt. She got rid of her car note. She finally paid off her student loans. So now she's living debt-free, working, saving her money, and literally think about what you could do with an extra $1,000 a month. If you didn't have that $400 or $500 car payment, think of what you would do with it. If you didn't have that insurance, think of what you would do with it. If you weren't paying Sally Mae in the Department of Education $200 a month, think of what you would do with it. if you weren't paying the collection agency because of an eviction, because of a repossession. Like, think of what you would do with all of the income. Literally 17% of our income goes to debt collections. Think of what you could do with that. Proverbs 22:7 says that the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. You don't believe me? It's right here. Let me get it in focus for you so you can see it. Hold on. We're going to get this right. Let's see here. Yeah, right there. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is slave, or in this version, servant to the lender. We shouldn't be slaves. We shouldn't be servants. We shouldn't be in our own homes dodging debt collectors, feeling like we can't answer the phone in our own home. We shouldn't be going through the perpetual cycle of stupidity because we didn't know any better. The Bible also says that my people will perish because of a lack of knowledge. Let's not be that people. Let's not be that generation that perishes because of a lack of knowledge, especially in this information when everything is at the click of a button, when everything, the world is at your fingertips, literally, because of your smartphone, a little device where you can literally look up anything, find anything, figure out anything. We don't have to go to school to learn what they're teaching in these classrooms. That I can Google it and figure out what's going on. I can go to YouTube University and figure out what I need to get done. A DIY project, financial classes. I could do anything. I can take free Yale classes online. I don't have to go to some college and pay them $40,000 for a piece of paper that probably won't even be applicable to my work acumen. These are the different kind of things that I want us to steer clear of going forward. It's not too late. Forget every mistake that you've made in the past. I've made them too. I'm trying to clean up my mistakes, and I'm slowly doing that. And literally, like, once I am debt free, oh man, I'm going to like rejoice, and I'm going to share it with you guys on this channel. It's going to be so great. But I want us to get to the point where we can celebrate together. We can rejoice together. We can tip our glasses and take a sip together because we climbed out of this hole as a people, as a generation. All I'm saying is we got to climb up out of the riverbank. We have to swim our way ashore and get out of the riverbank. Stop being servants and slaves to the lender. There is no more time for us to be giving our money away to corporations who do not care about us. There is no time for us to be in our 20s, 30s, 40s, paying back people who do not give a damn about you. Get rid of the debt. Climb out of the riverbank. Let us be the generation that succeeds our predecessors. Let us be the generation that rises up and says that we will not bow down to the construct of what life is supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be you go to school, you go to work, and then you die. There's so much more in between that we can grasp. It's right at our fingertips. But if we don't get out of the cycle of perpetual stigmatism, stupidity, we'll never be able to grow. Let's climb up out of the riverbank. Let's get up from under our debts. And let's stack residual income. Let's save. Let's invest. And not just use it as buzzwords. Let's actually gain the knowledge of investments. Let's gain the knowledge of high interest savings accounts. Let's gain the knowledge of Roth IRAs. These are all different things that just over the past couple of years I've been looking into, and I'm just like, my God, like I'm 32, and if I had this brain or the knowledge that's in this brain at 20, if I go back to 22, oh my God. So it's never too late. I'm not even looking back at the past. If you ain't know, then you know now. Still had to scrub alright, like, yeah, we ain't gonna get no copyright. But I'm just saying, like, if I knew then what I know now, but it's okay. We're not gonna whine. We're not gonna cry over spilt milk. What we gonna do now is build on the knowledge that we have and move forward as a people, as a society, as a whole, and stand firm in what we know. We will climb out of the riverbank. We will not be in debt. We will not be slave to the lender. We will not live above our means. We will not spend more than we make. Simple concepts. It's not that hard. I am Altitude, representing Building Number Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And with that being said, let's climb out of the riverbank. Let's become debt free. We can all do this. Let's do it together. I am Altitude. Until the next video, peace, one love.